Welcome back to Stickman Trenches. You guys did it again. In the last video, we raised over 2,200 comments. So many amazing ideas. Now, I want to go back to the video before because this was something that was brought up. JTG LOL mentioned, when you upgrade trenches and machine guns, they shouldn't be instant. Well, wait a minute. Where's our machine gun? Oh, there he is. Lugging a Vickers machine gun across the battlefield right now. And he can't put it in place until he arrives. Now, that's one of the systems we thought would be kind of fun. We still have tier 2 and tier 3 machine guns immediate, and we need to find ways maybe to visually have them more interesting. Maybe a guy comes up with like barbed wire and then or something like that. We're gonna be playing as the Germans. We're gonna be unlocking the shotgunners. And remember that you can wishlist Stickman Trenches on Steam right now. It greatly supports us, so thank you so much. Keep the ideas coming, guys. We freaking love it. There's nothing better as a developer and as a team than to get just like a bunch of very creative people who are very interested in what you are doing. One of the other comments that was brought up was by Derpy No Scope, and it was a number of points, a lot of points, but one of them, point number 8, was all about shotgunners. And you can see that I've kind of built a lot more shotgunners than I normally do, and built them early, because we want to make every unit in Stickman Trenches unique. And shotgunners are heavy assault troops. Shotguns were called trench sweepers. Watch this. They get to shoot and keep running. Let's see that again, but with just some shotgunners. So the enemy's taken this trench. We've got a decent amount of distance. And yes, we have taken into account and we're considering ways to make No Man's Land more interesting looking. Watch the shotgunners. They're gonna shoot and continue running. You see that? Now, obviously, we just unlocked our first XP upgrade, and now we no longer receive a ton of medals, and the exchange rate for medals has been reduced. So let's actually pull back. I want the enemy to take this trench, and I want to assault it with shotgunners once again. For now, this is what our research tree looks like. We need some ideas for research tree, but there have been a lot. Some of them were about making units cheaper. And then I was thinking, should making units cheaper be mutually exclusive with making them quicker to produce? Maybe if you're going for a greater variety of troops, you want them to be cheaper. But if you're going to focus mainly on shotgunners or riflemen, or both of them, you may want faster ones because they're already pretty cheap. And I think quantity and quality should be mutually exclusive. Well, these two guys are like phasing in and out of each other. This is not how we make more troops, guys. Now, the enemy has a Vickers machine gun backed up here and a few shotgunners. We are on the medium difficulty, which I think at times might be a little bit too easy. But watch our shotgunners fire and keep running. These guys are a force to be reckoned with. Now, they're going to be facing this Vickers, and I don't think... All right, we need to balance the machine gun for a shotgunner rush. Right now, I will say that shotgunners are probably a little bit overpowered. A number of other things that have been discussed recently are like, what other factions should we introduce? And I think the two that were sort of the most popular is after like the English and the Germans, we need the French, and the Russians were brought up as well. So we want to fortify our position here. We are against the hardest AI. Granted, there's been a lot of AI balance as we're trying to figure out the best way to deal with endless mode. And I think it's affected the main campaign as well, or the main skirmish mode. I want to send a single shotgunner to kind of show off this. If possible, the shotgunner, when he fires, should be able to hit 3 people. Now, unfortunately, I have a rifleman in here as well, but this is going to be a decent way to show the difference. Of course, my shotgunner dies immediately. That is hilarious. Don't you love it when a plan comes together and falls apart in your face? Yeah, so right now, exchange rate went down from one medal being worth 250 gold to only 200 gold. Let's storm the enemy position and take it. This is on the map where there's only one main trench in the middle. And look at this. We may have done it at the exact right time. Look at that little machine gunner running up. He didn't make it in time. We took the trench, which is further reason that upgrading the trenches is a risky proposition. You need to have enough men to hold it before you could sort of cheese it, as you saw me do numerous times. I would immediately take a trench and immediately buy a Vickers machine gun that would help me cement my position. Shouldn't be allowed, and I guess right now, anyway, it's not. One of the other ideas is right now we sort of have just this research tree. This was a very interesting idea that was brought up in the comments of the last video, which is, say you right-clicked in your individual units, you'd be able to open up a unit-specific tech tree, which I thought was a very, very cool idea. Now, as we spend all of our money on upgrading our defensive positions right before some enemy shotgunners storm in here. I love it. Shotgunners are just a lot more difficult. Now, I think the range of the officer looks to be a little bit broken, but you know what? What we can deal with that is by getting some snipers. You shouldn't see an officer with like a Webley revolver able to outshoot a rifleman in a defensive position. Like I said, everything is constantly in development, and it's fun to sort of just like, well, playtest live, as it were. Okay, the enemy is bringing up a cannon tank. Sniper's taking his shots. Now, cannon tanks, a while ago, were balanced so they're not as good at attacking like defensive positions. But the more I think about it, like, because they were sort of overpowered, balancing is and will continue to be a constant endeavor. You know what? We're gonna take it to them. Oh, shoot. They got two guys. I think we should still be able to take these trenches and pull back. Oh, God. Sniper. They kind of jam up, and since they're always in target acquisition area, they just kind of chill, which is unfortunate for my chances of success. Now, I don't have a whole lot of troops to defend here, and I don't have any artillery unlocked. So, since it's a cannon tank, we're just gonna have to hold our ground. And if need be, I can convert one of my metals to currency to continually produce more troops. We also have the upgrade for faster units, faster rifleman production. So let's take the 4 credits. And since it's daytime, aka not nighttime, where artillery's accuracy is decreased, we're gonna unlock precision artillery, and I can use that to my heart's content to take out, I love this. I will do this every time. A little double value there. Oh, you artilleried me back. How rude, sir. So we could unlock chemical-based warfare and have the Geneva Convention up our backs. So there's a lot of talk about research. There's a lot of talk about making the terrain a little bit more interesting, artillery shells dropping craters, increasing the number of weather conditions. All this stuff is sort of like being mused and talked about by you guys, and we're thinking a lot about it. You know, having a relatively small team and limited in resources at this stage of game development, there's so many things we can do theoretically, but in terms of like what we can actually execute on a timely basis, it's a little bit more limited. We'll take the machine gun. Machine gunner, we need you up here fast, buddy. The enemy's storming our position with tanks. Speaking of tanks, oh my God, that was a big precision artillery strike. That really hurt us. I need one more medal to get faster shotgunners, but we need to figure out what sort of tanks each faction is going to have. I think for the British, you've got your Mark IV and Mark V, like big land ships. I think the British were sort of more known. Here's a very, very important question. Which factions should have like what sort of like trademarks? Like, should the Germans have flamethrowers and chemical-based weaponry? They were sort of renowned for both of those things. Weapons of terror. British for creeping artillery. The Germans had like huge artillery, 420 millimeters, blazing artillery right there. The French had some amazing tanks. I'm not sure what the Russians were known for in World War I, or the Austro-Hungarians, other than being like not very good. All right, let's queue up a tank and storm the enemy position. This is what we need. Heavy armor to break through. Now, right now, the only tank in the game is the Renault FT-17. The French, is it a light tank? I guess so. You jerks! That was very smart to artillery it, but doesn't mean I like it. So I'm gonna have to queue up another one. We are 2 medals shy of being able to get faster shotgun, and I do want to have like a big shotgun attack. So honestly, let's just send in a wave, storm this position, get our XP, unlock some medals that are going to be required to get, 5 medals, absolutely. Pull back, right in time for dodging that tank. Let's get faster shotgunners, and you know what? We'll get faster everything. And our last medal, we'll exchange it. So now our primary 3 units, shotgunners, submachine gunners, and riflemen all queue up incredibly fast. Now all we have to do is have the money. So at this point, I think, send everybody in. The enemy's position isn't too heavily defended. They do have snipers right now. Let's see if we can't hold out long enough to get a machine gunner. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I'm actually glad we didn't charge the open ground. Otherwise, that cannon tank would have destroyed us. Right now, light tanks are, well, they're living up to the name of being light. They're not too imposing. Here's our machine gunner now. Hit all across no man's land. And the enemy has 2 snipers, so let's storm their position. The enemy's base is going to take some damage. And as they defend it, I need to get men up here. you're gonna see that there's passive hit point healing, essentially. Half hit point regeneration is the scientific term I think I'm looking for here. Yes. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You see that shotgunner? He kind of like slid up as he was going. That was kind of cool. All right. Ooh, machine gun tank. Let's take these medals and immediately convert them to money. Oh man, they took out my machine gunner. I don't know if that was the sniper or what. We're desperately trying to hold on to this. It's gonna be a tall order. Oh, we're not gonna be able to hold it. And I think my machine gunner's still running up here, right? Or did he die? All right, the enemy fended off that attack pretty well. A machine gun tank is mowing down infantry. Ooh, at least the AI is living up to its name of being the most difficult. Ooh, I like how we got to see that artillery fire. And he fired chemical-based weapons. Oh my gosh, we do not have officers unlocked. If the British over here are gonna... Ooh, this is scary. Can we defend them? How many shotgunners they have? They have no shotgunners. We got our machine gunner right in time. All right, are we gonna be able to run back? Ooh. Run back! Retreat! Enemies coming up with a cannon tank. I really need medals and currency. I do want to storm their position with shotgunners, so I think what I need to do is be very judicious and selective with my gold and use it only on shotgunners. Oh my gosh. They chemmed me. The chlorine gas is loose. Yeah, see, this is where, like, if you did have an individual tech tree and I gave every shotgunner gas masks. Oh, come on. Please stop it. I don't know if I'll be able to save 310. That'd be really, really good because those are the guys I'm trying to mass send out. Here we go. We should be able to artillery this just in time. Take the medals. Convert them all to cash. Oh my gosh, I need officers, but I converted every medal except for one, and we need 2. Oh, this is too bad. Shotgunner, go get him. Shoot the 3 blast. Well, he got 1. There we go. Sniper had to come into range. There goes the shotgunner. Can you get them both? He missed. He tried. He fought the good fight. He lost, but you know. I think I'm gonna have to go riflemen and shotgunners against this AI. I can't just spam just one unit, especially with them continually bringing in tanks. We're gonna try to get the tank and the officer at the same time, and we missed. Okay, we should be able to hold. This is where you need, like, if you could upgrade riflemen to be like anti-tankers or something, or have a separate unit be anti-tankers. We are running low on money, and we need to defeat the enemy here. Wow, big miss. What if I try to hit that big group? Oh, that was incredible. That was sublime. It was divine. We needed it. I think they're bringing up a tank, so precision artillery is the order of business. They just got a machine gunner, but I think we might have enough men to send in a attack. Shotgunners fire first. We missed almost everybody in the trenches. That machine gun completely messed us up. I'm going to pull back. And I think we need to unlock officers. That is abundantly clear. Officers and shotgunners should be a pretty good combination. Officers make their men move a little bit faster, shoot a little bit more accurately. Also give them gas masks. Now, we do have gas masks. Some of the guys on the top side of the trench are safe. We lost a decent amount of men on the bottom. Jeez. So this is the part where, like, the battlefield kind of drags to a halt. Early successes are being repulsed, and we're sort of getting this stalemate. And this is the part where I feel like engineering in the trenchworks would be a very fun and maybe much needed mechanic. What would make this part, the stalemate part? Obviously, being able to use and tech up is important, but maybe like being able to get air power, right? Let's get that. Well, we got an officer and a tank. Oof. Whoa. Okay, we need to make gas masks like 99% successful, I think, because I lost a considerable amount of men, and they had gas masks. Uh-oh. And then they attacked right after. Let's go with precision artillery to just hit that big group. Oh my goodness, we lost our trench. Okay, the enemies pushed us back. One of the ideas was to make the maximum trench upgrade look like concrete. I probably should have spent that money on metals. I mean, those metals on money. I did not. All right, I got to take this middle trench back. It's very important. Ooh, that's not good. We attacked right as they did. See, I can't no longer spam the little machine gunner now that we've secured it, and I feel like we can hold it. Please, 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 please. Where's my little Vickers? There he is. We're gonna have to send a raid out to get the sniper. Ooh. Oh, wow. This lone shotgunner is holding the line, and he took that trench. He's the only one. Well, he was. He's dead now. I think in any good strategy game, there's sort of like, it's sort of, you have your early game, your mid game, and your late game, and they're distinctive phases. based on what units you have available. I think once we get heavy tanks and land ships in more tech options, I think it'll be more interesting. Kill one tank, they bring up another. Ooh, they missed us with their chlorine gas. They have a sniper, so we have to engage. Unfortunately, it's a machine gun installation. We're gonna counterattack with a tank. I need as many infantry as I can get, sending in the combined arms using our trench sweeping shotgunner units with a machine gun tank. We should be able to work it, so long as they don't hit us with artillery. We also have some officers, but right now I'm just queuing up shotgunner specifically. We're gonna meet on the battlefield. I think our men are gonna have to support this for us to push through. And even still, it's gonna be absolute heck. Yeah, most of our men are gonna die here. That was a little bit late, a day late and many dollars short. All right, pull back. There was an officer and a rifleman. Save up the money, get precision artillery. Still the best and maybe the only true tried and effective way of anti-tanking. And I feel like we need more ways to do it. Unfortunately, I have a long queue up on my artillery still. Oh my God, they're bringing up 2 freaking tanks? Come on. I don't have a machine gun here. Machine gun tanks are rough. All right, we've got to pull back. The enemy is spamming tanks. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was terrifyingly brilliant. But it's crazy to think that, like, now that the headquarters will repair itself, all of that damage we did is negated. You have to have a sustained attack. Right now, it's passive. It'll just heal itself. So the question is, should it just heal itself passively? Or will the enemy have to spend some money, do you think? Oh, give me the medals. We've got everything unlocked. Now all future medals will just be... Oh gosh, that is terrible timing. A machine gunner tank? Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. They have a sniper too? Oh my gosh. Guys, the war is lost. We need to heal it. We need to heal it. See, if I had the money, I could have tried to heal the base right then. So many changes to Stickman Trenches. Remember to wishlist the game on Steam right now. Thank you guys so much for your support. Leave your ideas, and let's continue building this game together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.